Hello, everyone. Good evening. We kept it spooky tonight. Ooh. This is the start of October 1st already. Oh my goodness. I don't know where this year has gone, but wow, I cannot believe that we are in October. We are going to be starting our October month of haunts. So we have a whole month. Oh, you like the sound? That's cool. So we're going to be starting a whole month of special things. Now, keep in mind, this week is going to be different. Since this is Wednesday, we will be having our Real Talk show tomorrow with a special guest, which I will discuss. And hi, Cactus. Hi, Eric. Hi, Kiwi. Love you guys. So on Tuesdays, we will be having the other side. On Thursdays, we will be having Real Talk. Now, I don't know if Gabriella's got my message or not, and she's coming over tonight for this, but she will be here tomorrow. I'll make sure of it, and every Thursday. Keep in mind that it's going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. We might throw a special Wednesday event in there. And then at the end of the month, it'll be the 30th and 31st. So I'm not exactly sure what 2 days those fall in, but the 30th will be a prelude to the 31st, which will be probably a few hours long. I don't know. It'll just go on until everybody gets pooped out and we get done telling all of our spooky stories and whatnot. So we just want to make this the whole month. We want to make it fun. We want to make it scary. We want to make it eventful. We want to make it a month to remember on these two smaller channels. For those of you who aren't aware yet, happy scared, or don't know yet, I did start my TikTok channel. My username is Haunted Mama 59. So that's Haunted MAMA 59. That channel will be mainly like a combination of all three. So I will have lurking spirit stuff on there and spooky stories and stuff like that. But I will have some of the funner, more uppity stuff from like Real Talk and a lot of my side from the other side, where you're going to see more like inspirational, nature, personal stuff and things like that on that channel. So it'll be a combination of all three. Let's start off like I normally do. This is October 1st, 2025. The temperature got to 76 today. Beautiful day out, clear skies, really beautiful. The temperature right now is, they said 60, but it feels like 57, and we are supposed to drop down to 45 degrees tonight. So it is starting to get a little bit more fall-like, not quite there yet, but I'm enjoying the weather that we're seeing now because it sure beats. We had a lot of either rain or really, really hot, sticky temperatures. So yes, it's Haunted Mama 59. That's right, be squared. I do have several things on there. And for those of you who have already signed up on there and started following me on there, my goodness, thank you so much. I mean, I won't even be on there for 2 weeks until like Friday, and I've already got a pretty good following base on there. So love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much. Pass the word. You guys are just the best. So this month here, as you know, today is not going to be probably a long show of that. I'm just going to be discussing what to expect for the whole month. I don't know about tomorrow, if I'm going to have makeup or anything and that on, like if we're going to dress up, but we'd like to, especially on the Real Talk, come with some kind of makeup or costume or something on, because each week we're going to try to have a guest. I know tomorrow, for those of you who don't know, if you check out Paranormally Blonde Reboot, she has already been on there. She is Get Batty with Brittany. She does Magpie Oracle readings, not tarot or anything like that. It's called Magpie Oracle. She will explain all that tomorrow. She will talk about clairvoyance, all that type of thing. She will talk about psychic abilities. She goes into a whole slew of different things. I've met her. I've worked with her. Over at the jail, of course. She's good. She knows her stuff. And I'm sure that if you have any questions, she's going to answer any questions you have. But she will be our guest tomorrow night on Real Talk with Diane and Gabrielle. So catch us at 9 tomorrow. She will be on there. Let me see if any guys, I'm not catching up. So let me see. Okay, I just don't want to make sure. yeah. Right now, the channel, like I said, it just has a slew of stuff on it. There's like some funny stuff. There's some scary stuff. There's inspirational. There's just a little, Linda's already checked it out. I know that. Just a little variety of stuff. I'm planning on doing a live here soon. I was hoping to be able to do it down in the art room, but I don't have it ready yet because that's where I actually want to start working. I just trying to photograph myself for another format, which you guys know. I mean, I might seem like it to you guys comfortable on here filming and talking and that, but I'm not, because I look at myself, and if I tell you what I think when I see myself, you guys wouldn't like it, but that's just me. I don't know if I'll ever get over that. But you guys have just been phenomenal, and if you do check that out and follow me, I mean, you guys are just, I can't say enough. I love you guys so much, and my fan base, mine, Gabriella's, Lurking Spirits, it's just been amazing. We're supposed to have an investigation coming up this weekend. We're not sure about it, only because we can't get a hold of the lady that we talked to, and she's supposed to get a hold of us, but somehow something got mixed up somewhere along the line, and so we're just trying to get that set up. We do have one coming up on the 18th. I'm not going to tell you yet where it's at. We're just trying to plan new things. I have Dylan looking into another place for me, and if it's still standing like I was told it is, and we can get access to it, we may be able to do that one next weekend. But between Lurking Spirits content and the content on here, I just want to make it a wonderful month. Let me see, Gabriella might have texted me. Okay, she's not going to be coming over tonight, so it's just going to be me or jib-jabbing all night. But the lineup for all of October, on the other side, it's mostly going to probably just be me by myself, and I will probably just go into like maybe one, almost like a documentary type, but you guys can ask questions and stuff and that all along. Probably like Chupacabra, the whole story of vampires and werewolves, maybe the dark-eyed children story again. I'm quite not sure. I think until the night before, then I'll decide what I'm going to talk about. But I do want to post at least one night before, so that everybody has a chance to know that, hey, I'm going to definitely be on the other side on Tuesdays and Real Talk on Thursdays, so 9 o'clock. If I have a special guest like Susan has to go into work from Central Mass. When I have her as a guest, I'll probably have her on maybe like a special episode at 6 o'clock, because she has to get up early for work in the morning. So that one will be scheduled separate. But the other side will be more or less me just doing like documentary type shows. And the whole Real Talk lineup, we have, like I said, Get Batty with Brittany. I have a gentleman named, what is his name? Adam Ramos. He will be coming on October 16th, and he's going to be talking about Bigfoot. Alone in the Dark has yet to give me a confirmation. Angelina said, hey, it's just whatever day I want her, she will come on. October 31st, I'd like to have a lineup of a bunch of them if they want to come on, and plus all of you guys sharing your stories with us and me telling some scary things that happened in my life in the past, present, and different things like that. So it's going to be a whole lineup every week, at least 2 shows a week, one for the other side, one for Real Talk for the whole entire month. And I do want audience interaction. So if there's something you want to jump in and say, I will be more than happy to put you up on the board there, the screen, and show your comment, and I'll try the best to answer it. And so if it's Brother Abby, Gabriella, or Eric, whoever decides they want to be with me that night when we have the special guests. I know if I ask 27 spirits, they will probably come on. Face My Fears is definitely going to come on one of those. So maybe next week on October 9th, maybe I'll just put Face My Fears in there until I can hear back from Alone in the Dark. I have October 23rd will be one of them. That could be an Angelina or Susan or whatever. But like I said, when Susan's on, it'll be a little earlier. So let's see. Yeah, we do have an investigation in October. I don't want just one investigation. One is to get a couple in. And what we may do is, like we did before, we might split up girls versus guys and do live guys, do live girls, and then have a camera running, like maybe have Eric running it or whoever is there with us running their own footage, and the footage that's on the camera that we didn't do live, we will present to Lurking Experience audience, raw, uncut, unedited, like we did the last time, and see how that goes over. Because it's always an amazing surprise if we see what you see for the first time. I just think that that's really, really amazing. Yeah, we made, I can't say anything bad about our experiences over at the jail, B Squared, because our tenure there, although it be short, as you guys know, we loved what we did. We loved that place. We put all of our time into that because, we sacrificed Lurking Spirits just to concentrate on promoting that jail. And it does hurt with everything that happened, but I cannot express enough how many incredible friends that we met through that experience. And some of them I know, all I need to do is click my fingers. If I needed something, they would be there to help out, and they know the same for me. I can only do so much because of our situation and everything, but even if it's just, hey, Diane, can you call me? I need to talk to somebody. They know that in a drop of a hat, I will do it. But yes, we've had so many incredible experiences and met so many beautiful and incredible people and brought you here to me on this channel. I know people are already starting to ask on TikTok, but I don't even know I know this one doesn't have very many subscribers yet, and Real Talk, we're starting to inch up just a little bit. Lurking Spirits, I know once we hit 1,000, we're going to be doing another giveaway or something for that. My birthday's coming up on the 19th, and that investigation is going to be on the 18th, so it'll be like a birthday present for me. Tom was trying to get something very special planned for me for my birthday, and unfortunately it didn't work out, so I'm hoping this investigation kind of can live up to what he had. Well, it won't live up, not in any way, because he really was going all out what he wanted to do. But I hope the investigation lives up to at least make it a nice birthday for me. So my birthday is on the 19th, and I will be the big double sixes this year. So I'll be, unfortunately, 66. It kind of is scary. I got to admit, I don't like be in that stage of my life. It's just scary. But you know what? I don't let it bring me down. I'm not one of those, like, I know some women that were my friends once they hit the big 50, like, you'd swear to God that lightning just struck them or something. And you can't change that you're going to age. You can't change that. And time's going by quickly. And, you know, we went through a lot of horrible things this year. And my motto is the phoenix rises from the ashes. And that's what I'm doing, folks. I'm going to get up from the ashes, turn into a beautiful phoenix, and I'm continuing, and I'm going to live my life the best I can and try to put a smile on people's face and make good content for everybody. So, let me see. It's a great chance for you all. Yeah, you know, I like how that was worded, Linda. It was a great chance for you all and learned about people, unfortunately. It was a very, very good learning experience. I think the main thing, and I'm not one to go out and bash. I really, that's not my game. I hate the ugliness in the whole field. But when you put your 100% complete loyalty into something and your devotion and your trust, and things ended the way it did, just a click of a finger without sitting down and having a discussion and without honesty being on both sides, I think that's where the hurt came from. So it's not the fact that we're no longer working there, because it is what it is. The fact is that if we would have had a meeting and sat down and it was like, okay, I know I told you time and time again that you're not going anywhere, that you're going to be here for a long time, but things aren't working out. I'll let you do one more month, or I'll let you go to the end of the year and you're done. You know, some kind of like, no, I'll let you work for 2 more weeks. Everybody gets a 2 weeks notice. Okay, we'd have been done, we'd have been gone. No big deal. But the way it was handled, I think that I did. For somebody that's saying that they were very, very professional, that was the most unprofessional thing that anybody could have done. And I'm not saying that the bash beat the ugly, because I hate the ugliness, but that's kind of how it all boiled down in a nutshell. That's how it was. So, but I'm good. Cactus, you look great, and I honestly thought you were much younger. Oh, thank you so much, Cactus. I'm pretty pleased, because a lot of people that meet me do think that I'm younger than what I am. Even when I was the manager down at Dollar Tree, and even my managers that was over top of me, and my district managers and stuff like that, when they found out my age, that there's no way. And I try to think positive all the time. I don't like when I get negative. That's not me. But sometimes you can't help, you just have days like that things go bad and you can't get in that mindset that something's going to get better. And then all of a sudden that click happens in your head, and there you are back in that forward path again. So that's kind of what I do. And I kind of think that helps me. My mom, up until she hit her, I'm going to say late 70s, maybe early 80s, nobody ever knew her age. When she told people her age, they're no way are you that age. And and when she introduced me as her baby, because I'm the baby of the family, they're like, no way. And so hopefully I'm following in my mom's footsteps, and people will keep on thinking that I'm a lot younger than what I am. But no, I'm not. I'm a geezer. So let's see. Betrayal always hurts. And feelings were hurt. It's like I said, I don't like really dabbling into it. I just think that there's so much. There were red flags and things that's even going on now that I've been told, which I'm there like, because I want that part just gone. The things that I'm being told and things that I've been shown, there's just a lot of stuff going on that's real shady, and I don't like that. I don't like, it's how I tell people how I feel about the debunking world. I don't care if people want to debunk, but debunk your own things. Debunk your own stuff. Don't worry and waste time on debunking everybody else's stuff because, and I said it 1,000 times and I'll say it 1,000 times more. If you're a good investigator, one of the first things you're going to do when you're investigating is you're going to first try to debunk what you either saw or heard or caught. If there's a logical explanation for it, you're going to try everything to debunk it. If you can't, then you put that question mark. You come straight out and say, hey, yeah, I definitely caught paranormal. No, you normally come out and say, I caught something. It might be paranormal because I can't explain it. We've tried everything we can to debunk it. That's how debunkers should be. They should be worrying about their own, because when you're concentrating what everybody else is doing, it doesn't make them look bad. It makes you look bad because you're calling them out. You weren't there with them. You don't know firsthand what they experience. And I think that's the biggest thing that bothers me. If you're not there with them, how can you debunk it? You don't know what the circumstances. You don't know if there was wind in the background. You don't know if they had already tried debunking everything. And maybe people don't want to spend 15 minutes, a half an hour of their precious time trying to prove to everybody, okay, look, personally, everybody, I have an EMF reader here. Look, there's nothing showing here. Just purposely to try to show them that you're being honest and you already did try to debunk it. That's bull. You're making yourself look bad when you're calling out somebody else. If they are faking it, they're going to get caught. They're going to slip, and they're going to show their audience through a slip up that they did something that was really, really suspicious. And I think that's what I like about it. If anybody hasn't watched him yet, go to Casper Site. Casper Site, his name is Ben. He has his own show. He has a lot of subscribers, as he should, because he's phenomenal. But people send him in footage of their findings or a compilation of things, and he watches them, and he'll slow it down and see if he can see any cut in the video or anything suspicious. But he's so professional that he won't say, oh, that's fake, that's fake. He will literally come out and say, I don't know, guys, I slowed that down, and it does seem like there might be a cut in the footage, but I don't want to say that they're faking it, but I just don't know. He won't come out and say, yeah, I debunked that. He gives everything the benefit of the doubt because he knows he wasn't there when it happened. And I just love him to death. So Casper Site, if you ever come across, maybe I should have put you on hashtag on here. If you ever come across any of our videos, we love you guys. We watch you all the time. You are just amazing. And you are a person that I love because of the fact that you are completely honest and you're not bashing anybody, even if in your mind that you think they are faking something. So if you guys get a chance to tune into him, he's amazing. And he has a sense of humor. He sings, he calls shadows, shadow bastards, and he said he's going to Rambo them, and he's just funnier than hell. I already got Linda hooked on him, so I think, it's just amazing. So, you're the youngest too? Yeah, my mom had 7 kids, and I was the baby of the family. And she had me in her early 40s, like I had my last 2 kids, Abby and Gabrielle. I was in my 40s. And, it was funny because when I got pregnant first with Abby, like after I met Tom and I started my life pretty much all over, I literally had people saying, oh, are you worried about having a kid with Down syndrome or mongoloidism, and all that? And they're like, why? Why would I worry about that? Because you're older, and they wanted to do an amniocentesis and all that stuff to check to make sure that everything was okay. And I'm there, no. If by some slight chance I would have a kid with Down syndrome or something like that, that's my child. I'm going to love that kid just the same as if I had a kid that had nothing wrong with them. They're still my kid. They're my flesh and blood. but I had no doubt in my mind that I was going to have normal, healthy children. I don't know why things get stereotyped like that. And the ironic thing about it, and it was quite sad, is when I gave birth to Abby, Abby was just a little tiny 6-pound, 5-ounce baby, and just this little tiny little thing. And the lady that was next to me, she was 22 years old. Her baby was born, a little boy. He had Down syndrome. He was born with Down syndrome. And I'm just, I just wish more and more people, more and more women, I don't know if it's because the way things are anymore, but they are waiting until they're a little bit later in life to have their children because they want to make sure that they have all the finances and means that they can to give that child a proper, be able to raise that child properly. Abby, I'm very proud of her that she just turned 25 and she has not had a child yet. I mean, I would love to have some new grandchildren, but I respect and admire that girl tremendously because she knows that they're not ready yet. I know that Chase really would like to have one. I know Abby is probably starting to get those feelings, but when they're ready, they'll know it. And so I'm proud of them for that. So, let me see. It's Casper site, yes, and that's how it's spelled, to be squared. Yeah, Linda has the site there, and Linda can confirm he's just amazing. So, I mean, and he's one of those that if you watch one episode, you'll be there, okay, let's see what he has next. And like I said, he's so professional about it. He's funny. He'll stop, he'll rewind. He'll stop, he'll rewind until he said, what am I saying? And if he hears, if they're playing an EVP and they're saying, did you hear it said this? He'll go, I don't know, man. I just heard a bunch of blah, 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 blah. I didn't hear any words. I don't know. Maybe there's something on there, but I just can't say that that's what I heard. And he's honest and without being ugly to the things that he's watching. So that's what I really, really, really like about him. Well, that I love about him. He's so respectful to anything that's sent into him. And he checks for pets. He looks very closely if there's people that claim to have poltergeist activity. He looks real closely and he says, will you guys at least show another angle? He talks to the screen even though he knows that they can't answer. But he'll say, well, maybe I would believe that, but if there was another angle, because it could have been fish wire, the fish string or something like that. And he's just so cool about it. And that's how I want to be. That's, I don't want to judge people when I see their videos like, oh, that's bullshit. Like, I'm not there. I wouldn't want somebody to do that to our channel, and I sure as hell I'm not going to do that to somebody else's channel. I mean, I might suspect, like when we did the Cody and Satori thing, there was just too much that was very, very suspicious, but at any time, like, I didn't really, I might have said bullshit, but again, I do apologize to them for the fact that maybe they were legit, but there's just too many people and too much evidence where there's contradictions, even what they said. But again, I'm not going there. That whole thing is past, way aside. I don't want to get, into that kind of stuff, but I'm rambling. Woo! So, you guys have any questions? It's kind of odd for me to be here tonight without Gabriella by my side. What do you think of my background there? You see those two bright lights in the background? I'm a little disappointed. I think if I had them out, I don't know. They're supposed to be ghosts. There's black eyes on them, and they are supposed to be ghosts. I think you can just see a little hint of it. I was hoping that the eyes and everything that showed up there, I bought them from just Five Below. I got them and for Halloween decorations for on the porch. And when I came on tonight, and they're like, you know what? I think I'm going to try them behind our scene tonight and see what they were like. And they just look like I put two big light bulbs or something right behind there, and it's all you see is this. But it kind of fit in with that screen, I think. So it kind of is cool. I know the video itself is real dark and it's all pixelated and everything, but you know what? It kind of gives it that eerie thing. So that might be good for this whole month of October haunts. Again, guys, nobody submitted me anything yet. If you want to submit something eerie that either you wrote or you've experienced or anything like that, please do so, and I will have it on one of the episodes, either on this show or Real Talk, most likely maybe on this show. And of course, you'll get credit for it because it's your stuff. Or I can have you tell the story in the comments, and I will just show it up on the screen. So I want not it just to be here, whoever the panel is. I want the audience submitting, because this October, this is your month. This is your month of haunts. So I want you to be as big a part of this month as you can be. And I'm really hoping that Witness Month goes off with a bang, because like I said, a lot of bad shit that went on the last couple months. So it's our time to shine. And I want us to shine real well, not only on here, but even on my TikTok. So I'm still not sure what I'm going to do on TikTok yet. I've had like 1,000 things rolling on in my head. Since my birthday is coming up, Mom bought me something special. I know what it is, and it's going to go down in that art room. So I'm hoping I can get that cleaned up, so by the time that it comes in, I can do an episode down there with that special thing, which I don't want to tell you yet. I want to say it was a surprise. But yeah, we're going to plan a bunch of stuff. If you have any suggestions, Stu, for a topic, that's another thing. If you don't want to submit stories or anything like that, if there's a topic that you've heard about that you are curious and you want me to do research on it and do like a little show on it, submit that to me and I'll see what I can find on it. And I'll be more than glad to do one of the other side episodes about that topic. And all of them, since they will be live like this, will be interactive. So as I'm talking, if I look over and I see that there's a question, I will stop my blah, 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 and answer your question. So, let me see. Yeah, you could be, I mean, yeah, if you want, Linda had a good point right here. Cactus has a couple of stories to share, being your horrible writing. It's like Linda said here, though, Cactus. You could record it and send it to me on a recording, and then I can write down, if you don't even want to hear it, have your voice be on there. I could write down what you recorded, and I can relay it that way. It doesn't really matter. If you have something to say or you want the audience to know, and if, like I said, whether it's something you wrote yourself that happened to be scary, or if it's something you experienced that happened to be scary, it's something you have concern about that you're not quite sure what to think, anything, I will be glad to put it on here and we can have a good discussion about it. I mean, there's so many things that happened, like when I was growing up, couple of the houses that we lived in, the one we lived in, it's actually only maybe about 45 minutes from where we live now. And that house was when we had our other dog that passed away, when we first walked into that house, we walked into the kitchen. And when he walked into the kitchen, he looked up at the one corner of the kitchen and he stared up at the ceiling and he froze on all four legs and he backed up and he was in fear. So I don't know what he saw in that kitchen up in that corner, but he did not like it. He would not go down in our cellar. He would not go up in the attic. And the one thing, he was a family pet, and he loved the girls to death. he would not cross the threshold into their bedroom, even if they tried to lure him in with a treat or a toy. He had a couple of favorite toys, and that dog was smart. He put 10 toys on the floor and say, go get this toy, and he would get that specific toy. That's how smart he was. They couldn't even lure him in that room with his favorite toys. That's how afraid he was in that room. The garage was a big, like 3 or 4 car garage, and that whole garage was just like the hairs on the back of your neck just stuck up when you went in there. So it was just, but that was one of the creepy ones. And then, of course, the house that we moved from, the activity that was down there was through the roof. I wonder if I have that ball. I don't think I have batteries in it. One of these nights, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that globe that we used before we had all of our paranormal equipment, and we were just using the bare basics. It was a globe, and it had lights in it, those, what do they call, party lights, but they were colored. There was party lights inside of it, and there was a switch on the bottom, and we would put the switch in the middle, and we would have it setting, and we would ask questions, and that thing would say like flicker, go dim if it's a no, and go as bright as you can go if it's a yes. And we had direct responses using that up until we started using the flashlight, and until we started getting some apps on our phone and our spirit box and our actual good equipment that we got. So you can do some stuff like that and get some results. But that house, I'm telling you what, at one time when we were in Gabriella's room down there, we were doing a session, and the REM pod, EMF detector, and the flashlight were all going off like in sync, but it was almost like they were communicating to each other like in Morse code. So the sounds, like the bleeping sounds, came through like Morse code, and the flashlight would like flicker, almost like it was doing a Morse code and flickering. It was just mind-boggling seeing all that stuff happening at one time. It started making us a little uncomfortable, but whatever. Yeah, if you guys have any, anything that you're curious about, or is there anything anybody wants to ask me right now? Like I said, this isn't going to be a big show tonight, only because I'm going to be preparing. I hope Gabriella, I don't know if she's listening to this or not, but Gabriella, if you are by chance listening here tonight, if not, I'll send you a text. If you are listening, please get that thing set up on Real Talk on the YouTube, since you're like the admin on that, for the show tomorrow with Get Batty with Brittany. Get like a picture or something of her put on there, because I already put it on the Real Talk page on Facebook, but we need it advertised on YouTube so everybody knows to tune in, because she's amazing. She is, you guys will be dumbfounded by the things that she will tell you. And if you're not quite sure who she is, like I said, catch Paranormally Blonde Reboot, and she was on the first show. And catch Paranormally Blonde anyhow, because that's an amazing show. Good people, very, very, very nice. Let me see. There's an echo like you were in a cave. Is that normal? Is there an echo, everybody? Hi, Ghostly. It's nice to have you on here. Guys, is there an echo? I wonder why there is an echo.
That's Abby.
Oh.
Yeah, Ghostly is Abby.
I did not know. Abby, is there an echo? Eric, are you hearing an echo? How bad? Oh, okay, so it's not. Okay. Let me see. So, Abby, do you have anything that you want to add to here tonight? Are you going to be part of some of these shows? Like, I'm hoping Gabriella's over tomorrow night. You're welcome to join the panel too. Well, I think you have plans tomorrow, that's right. Because Get Batty with Brittany's going to be on tomorrow. And I want you to make sure on the 31st, Abby, if you can be with us, because that's going to be a big show, even if it's not for the whole show, but at least a part of it, even if you're somewhere, join in, text, whatever. And I'm sure there's spooky things that you want to tell people. Matter of fact, I've told you guys how our place is set up. In the apartment that they're living off of from the house, we know Pee-wee is still lurking because we've all seen him now already. But Gabrielle and Dylan has experienced him over their place. And Abby and Chase has things going on weird in their place. Matter of fact, here's something else that's weird, and it just happened today. Tom, for some reason, always gets up like at 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning, even though he doesn't need to be in the work until about 7. He gets up, that's just Tom, but he goes to bed like around 8. He said he was sitting out there having his coffee this morning about 4 o'clock, and he said, we have sliding doors that leads out to the room that I'm calling my art/studio room doing room. He said he's sitting there having his coffee, and he said there was like a big flash in that room. He said it just lit up the whole entire room, and it was gone. And he said he went out, he checked everything out there. He said there was nothing in there, or it couldn't have been a car going by because the way the windows and that's in that room, there's no way that a car could do that type of a flash in the window. But he went and checked everything out. He says that's the strangest thing he experienced. So, but we've had shadows. We've had you guys watch that interview with Face My Fears. You guys heard that loud sigh. Everybody that was on there that day heard that sigh. So, just crazy. I have plans tomorrow, but I will make an appearance more throughout the month. Yes, I would love that, Abby, because you're a big part of. Did you get those little things that I showed you for like maybe an ad for Lurking Spirits or like a catchphrase? And which one did you like better? I don't know if you checked them out. I sent them to you on Facebook. I'll read them to you guys on here. So, like, Lurking Spirits, of course, we're not going to change our logo anymore because we really love our logo. We will probably at the end of the year or beginning of next year have like a throwback for maybe a month of our original one that Chase and Abby designed. And I have that one and the LSP one. We'll do a throwback on those. But we have 2. I wanted to come up with just like a little logo for if anybody calls up, because we've done some home investigations just for like a little advertising for our channel itself. And I have, let me see here. I have, here's the 2. Where the unseen become known, when spirits lurk, we listen. Or the dead never lie, and neither do we. We chase what haunts you. So here they are again. Where the unseen becomes known, when spirits lurk, we listen. Or the dead never lie, and neither do we. We chase what haunts you. So, if you guys have a favorite, type it in there. Let me know. Abby, you can let me know. So, haven't checked them yet. I've been busy cleaning. Why aren't you over here cleaning the house for me over here, Abs? Jeez, I know I got a lot to do here between this month here and next month with the start of, well, I can't say the big holidays because one big thing that I'm going to love that we missed last year is I'm going to be able to be here on Halloween to give out candy to the trick-or-treaters. I've always loved giving out candy to trick-or-treaters. Last year, of course, we couldn't because we were working. So I'm going to enjoy that. So I consider Halloween and then, of course, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So a lot of stuff to get done before then. I will tell you this much too. I'm going to get out of it. Like, for the month of December, we will do a whole lineup of festive things on these channels. So you guys can already start planning some things, ideas and stuff like that for me for then. If you want me to continue like a fall/Halloween type thing for next month, please let me know, throw me some ideas, because we can continue this like for the last 3 months of the year. October, November, December, it could be boom, 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 packed full. And then once we get these investigations in, lurking spirits can be back on their feet again. We are trying like hell, guys, to get some stuff in. It's just that it's a slow start for us because since we're not working anymore, you can't get into too many places free or on a donation or low price. So we got to go where we can find something. So please excuse us. We are trying. Let me see. I'll be Abby goes. Let me see. No, I'm exhausted. Not sure how much longer I'll be up, but I'll try and put toothpicks in my eyes like Thomas from Tom and Jerry's. Okay. I understand that, Abby. I'm actually, like, I did get a little bit of a nap in today. Maybe, I'm going to say maybe an hour and a half because I didn't sleep well last night. There's just been a lot of stuff going on. And, but so I did get a little bit of a nap in today. I'm hoping like hell that I can sleep better tonight. But I can go to bed, crawl in bed and fall asleep immediately if I'm tired. But that's not the part. The part is once I fall asleep, I might sleep really good for maybe an hour and a half, and my eyes pop open and I'm tossing and turning for the rest of the night, and then until maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, then I fall into a real deep sleep, and then I gotta be up so we can take the dogs out to go potty. So, let me see. No, I'm still not sleeping right yet, Linda. Passing out candy is fun. Last few years, we hardly get trick-or-treaters. Always gave so much, gave so much candy left over. You know, the first year we were here was, we didn't do bad. I think we bought, for 100 kids, and I think we had maybe about half of it left over the first year. Now that's not counting. We give out, and Abby comes up and she gives out on our porch for the kids too. So that's like double. So just say maybe about half. Last year, I figured, okay, I did another 100 again. I did another 100 bags. And then they're thinking, okay, well, if the same amount or a little bit more show up, then we got 100 bags made. Eric said it probably wasn't even 45 minutes and it was all gone. And then I felt bad because we didn't have any more to give. Oh, Eric said it wasn't even a half hour. He said it just like they were just coming through and coming through and coming through. So I'm going to here probably this week or next week go and buy all the candy. What I do is I just don't give out candy. I give out candy. I'll give like out a glow stick. I'll give out like stickers and like a little toy. Like I give like a whole little bag of goodies and like definitely a piece of chocolate and definitely a piece of some type of candy, whether it is gum, hard candy or whatever. I make a whole little bag on like the spider rings, you know, different things like that. This year, I think I'm going to focus on 200 and hopefully that'll be enough. But Eric said like there was tons of them last year. And that was just my candy. That was not counting what Abby had. Abby had about the same amount in her bowl that Eric was passing out. So he was giving the kids, he was saying, here, this is from us, and the apartment behind us is giving this out. So they got like double candy because it's 2 different families, and there just wasn't enough. So I'm looking forward to this year. I will make sure that I have enough candy or something to give out to the kids when they come. So I just love it. I always like making the little packages up. and giving out to the kids, seeing the costumes. Eric said the costumes last year were phenomenal. And he said there was even one of the little jigsaw characters, the puppet on the bicycle, that came up. And I know there was the guy down the street he dresses as Michael Myers, and he goes out going up and down the sidewalk with his cleaver or his knife, and he tries to scare people. It's pretty awesome that he does. So it's a pretty good block as far as Halloween and trick-or-treaters. Christmas, everybody on our block, which I will film this year, and if not on here, I will film on Haunted Mama 59. I will film what our block looks like for Halloween and for Christmas. So those will be upcoming things to look forward to. Trying to think of a first. I just got brave enough to get my face on another venue like TikTok, because again, I'm comfortable with all you guys now, so it might not seem like, that I have that awkwardness, but it's a different story when I'm on TikTok. I haven't shown my face on there yet. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm working on something, but I'm waiting until I can get that room in order, and I'm going to have, it's going to have the eerier effect to it. There will be, I'm not going to have like any haunted dolls because I don't have any, but there'll be some things in there that you'll see. Yeah, this is lurking spirits. This ties in, even if the show doesn't necessarily always cover paranormal stuff. If you tune into my channel, you'll see there's more non-paranormal stuff on there right now than what I would like, but I'm getting there. So just stay tuned. Check it out. I love you guys. Let me see. Use my dolls. Abby, my dolls. I'm going to bring them down someday. Well, you guys, I don't think you can see it. I would have to turn the light on, but I have this big Indian doll back, and she's beautiful. She's not ugly or creepy. And the other dolls that I have, they're all Indian dolls. I'll bring them down. I'll get them out of my closet. I'll bring them down. I'll pull them out. Maybe, well, I can't do that tomorrow because we're on Get Daddy with Brittany's on. Abby, maybe you can make up a thing for real quick and send it to Gabrielle and have her put it on Real Talk. An intro for me for Brittany for tomorrow night's show at 9. If you want to do that for me, please, because you're good at that. I mean, I'm not saying that she's not good at it, but I think she's kind of hooked on her new game over there now, and she's, probably in the middle of a lot of stuff. So if you can do that for me, I greatly appreciate it. Oh, and Abby, I did get yellow. I'm going to make yellow cake, and I got strawberry. So if you're probably going to make it this weekend, if you're hungry for a piece of strawberry shortcake, I'll probably have it on Sunday. So, let me see. Never been there was no trick-or-treat in New Zealand? It wasn't really big? Oh, there, B Squared, we used to decorate and do dry ice, and the witches called it. I've seen a lot of people doing that. I think that's cool. I did get, again, from Five Below, I got a little cauldron that does do looks like something's brewing in it. It's just a little tiny one. I'll have that hooked up. Let's see. When we lived in a trailer court, but it was not like a trashy trailer court. It was a very well-kept trailer court, and it was in a secured community. When we lived there, when we first moved in, kids went trick-or-treating. Nobody knew that they did trick-or-treating, but they found out since the girls started going to houses, people willingly, they gave the girls treats. And from that point on, every year they started trick-or-treating up in that community. The people that lived up there loved seeing the young kids going around. So why they stopped it before we had the girls going around, I don't know, but our girls started a frenzy up there. They started a trick-or-treat frenzy again up in that community. So rather pleased with that. Okay, good. So yeah, make sure, it'll probably, Abby, be on, your dad has worked Saturday morning, so I'm not sure if it'll be Saturday morning or if it'll be Sunday, but one of those 2 days for sure. I will have that cake made, and make sure you get yourself a piece of strawberry shortcake. You have orange kittens be squared. You should see Gabriella's and Dylan's cat Milo. He's like a cow. He is so big, and Dylan keeps on feeding him treats. He's huge. And I love baby kitties, and the little orange ones, they're so cute. Are they fuzzy or are they short-haired? What do you think of my background, Abby? They're short-haired. Oh, that's kind of been like Dylan's and Gabriella's. He's full-grown, but they have like the stripes and swirls and that in it. His markings are beautiful, but boy, you pick him up, he's like 2 tons. He is heavy. So cool. You see those ghosts, Abby? They're supposed to be those ghosts that I got from Five Below, but they just kind of look like 2 lights there. I don't even come across this ghost. I'll probably have them on the porch for Halloween night for the trick-or-treaters, but it's just that what is that thing in the back? What is that? Let me see. I don't know, right? What is that? Is that in the video? Maybe that's just a reflection from, what is that? Is that the reflection from, I don't know what that is. I wonder if that's just the shadow from, it must be the shadow from the ghost. That's kind of weird. I just noticed that on there. Right there, this thing right here. I don't know what that is, and I would think because the ghost is white and it's dark, to cast a shadow like that just seems kind of weird. So I don't know what that is. Could it be from that decoration? Because the decoration is just real thin, like it's material, but it's real thin. To cast that dark of a shadow, and even with the light that's coming down. I'm going to say that's what it is, but it's just, no, that's not part of the picture. No, that shouldn't be part of the picture. Because there was no shadow like that on that. I'll have to do that again. When I take those lights off, let me see something for a minute, because I'm kind of curious. That's got me. Let's do some debunking. No, see, because I'm moving. There's no shadow on that. Okay, it is. It's that. Debunk. It's definitely the ghost hanging up, because I knew it wasn't on the video itself because I watched the video, but I didn't think as thin as that material is. It kind of puts a good effect on there, though. I like that, because it kind of makes it look like the Grim Reaper or something's piercing behind that ghost hanging up. Kind of cool effect. Let me see. So yeah, I like that effect that it gave. That's cool. Is there anything anybody wants to ask or anything? Because we're at our hour mark. I didn't even think I was going to be on this long, because this was just the intro. And again, Abby, if you can do that favor for me, do some kind of those. Remember the 2 ghosts that I got from Five Below? They have the bulb up inside of them, and they light up. I showed you that. I have one on either side. That's what those lights are. That's those ghosts. Yeah, if you can do an intro for me, send it to Gabriella so she can put it on Real Talk, because I want to make sure everybody has enough notice that she's going to be on, because she is definitely deserving of enough notice for people to know, hey, that we got to tune in because Brittany's going to be on. Trying to think. Abby, you could probably tell because I didn't get word and they'll just have to go to another date. On October 9th show, see if Face My Fears wants to be on October 9th show, because I haven't got confirmation from Alone in the Dark yet. And I will have to see if they, since they didn't give me a confirmation, we'll do them maybe on the 23rd then. Or if they can, I know 27 Spirits will come on at the drop of a hat, because you know how they are. So yeah, you see that black shadow, but it's like, that was kind of freaking me. Well, I can't say it was freaking me out. And they're like, what is that? Because I know it's not supposed to be on there. And it almost looks like it keeps on moving in and out a little bit from the ghost, like right here it is. The shadow is right here, and the ghost, this is the ghost right here. It comes the whole way down. But it's just real thin material, and I didn't think it would cast a shadow like that, but obviously it does, because I debunked it, so. Oh, that's cool. Looks just like a warm glowing orb. That is cool. Linda, if you, or one of you, you're all admins. My email is DE, which, you know, I could type it on it. Abby could even type it in. It's D like in Diane, E as in Echo, V as in Victor, O as in Oscar, 85 at Hotmail. So send them there, or you can PM me on Facebook, either I wouldn't do Lurking Spirits, my Facebook page, or the other side. I would say do it probably on the other side, or Real Talk on Facebook. But again, it's Devo85 at Hotmail. That's it, right there. Hotmail.com. Yep, that's it. So anything you send me, if you want to send it that way, put in the title story for the other side, or for Real Talk, or however you want to address it, so I know it's coming from you, and that and let me know how you want me to share it. Do you want me to read it and say this is from B Squared or from Cactus, or however? Just give me a little write-up of how you want me to handle it, and we will get those in. I can do them on particular show. If it pertains to a specific guest for a particular show, I can put it on that show. Or if you want to wait to the end of the month for October 31st show, which we want to have October go out with a big bang, paranormally and scary, and for the whole October month of haunts, we can do it on that show. But just let me know how and when you would like to have me presented that, and we will go forth with that. And anybody, if you know anybody, even if they're not on my channel, but you know somebody that told you a story that was real scary, and they don't mind if you share it, submit that too, and we will tell that on here, because we want this to be an incredibly phenomenal month, and everybody's welcome to share. In fact, I would prefer more audience interaction on it, since it's your month. It's not about me, it's about you. So submit. Let's make this a month to remember. And if it goes good this year, we'll have all year to plan next year and make it bigger, better. Maybe we can get Casper site on for next year. Wouldn't that be cool? So, but we'll shoot for the stars, and who knows? But we'll make it a good month. I know most of you guys have heard a lot of my stories, so I'm sure I can even read to you the first, like the preface or whatever that I wrote for my paranormal book that I started years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago, or longer than that even. And I got to get back on that because since I stopped the one about the jail, I'm going to pursue that one. And the jail will be included in this one, though, since it is a part of our life. But I'm not going to focus on anything that will promote him. I can't do it. But I can use it, what we experienced in my personal life. So I can do that. So just like I said, just keep on giving ideas, submitting things. You know, I'm sure Abby would take any, if you PM her, if you can't get a hold of me, or Gabriella, even Eric. But yes, my email there, PM me, whatever. So let's start off tomorrow. Will be the official start of the October month of haunts. Let's start this thing with a bang and end it with even a bigger bang, because the phoenix has risen from the ashes and we're going to have a phenomenal month. So if nobody has any questions or any other comments, I'm going to click this off now and we will catch you tomorrow night. So let's hope this show's going to be incredible. When you hear Brittany, she's just amazing. So anybody have any comments or anything like that before I click off? So I don't see any more comments or anything. Guys, have a great night. Thank you again for joining me, you guys. I love you so much. And it's always my really faithful friends that tune in. I know this channel's not a big one, but you know what? You guys always go out of your way to tune in, and I can't thank you enough. So with that being said, guys, we're going to say good night. We will catch you tomorrow. Sleep well. We're going to have a wonderful night. We'll talk to you then. So bye, everyone. We'll catch you tomorrow. Bye. Love you.